Hi, my name is Elaine Thomas, also known as Mystical Mischief on some of the cake decorating forums. I'd like to show you some of the techniques I use while cake decorating and also hopefully inspire you to have a go yourself. I'd like to show you how I've made this butterfly. To make it, you're going to need to use a rolling pin, spacers, these are 5mm spacers or 1/4 inch, cutters, one slightly larger than the other, palette knife, craft knife, bone tool, a paintbrush, a cocktail stick, a pair of pliers, wire, this is 20H gauge florist wire, and a butterfly template. I'm using a cutter as my template. You could use a paper one if you wished. You'll also need modelling paste, which is CMC added to sugar paste, wire, and also to help me with the wings and getting them the right size, I've got myself a couple of spacers, 2 cutters and a rolling pin, which will help when I roll it out to get the wings the same sort of sizes. You'll see what I mean in a minute. Now the paste that I'm using is modelling paste. These are both coloured with the same colour, egg yellow from Sugar Flares. It's just that one has had more colour added to it than the other. This is pre-coloured blue from Regal Ice, Renshaw's Regal Ice. Same with the black. And this is just a basic little bit of white. Now that's all modelling paste. We do need white, pre-coloured Renshaw's Regal Ice black, pre-coloured blue, and egg yellow, which I've coloured myself using Sugar Flares egg yellow colour. Obviously this one has got more colour added to it, and flower paste or petal paste. For dusting, you'll need a brush for each colour dust, spring green, ice blue and red. You'll also need a few bits to help you while you're making it. Corn flour, sugar glue made from water and CMC mixed, white vegetable fat, this is Trex, water and a foam for your pieces to dry on. Okay, so we're going to start with the basic wings, and using the egg yellow, dark yellow sugar modelling paste, I'm going to cut out the 2 large wings. And basically I'm just using the spaces in a circle because I'm going to model it by hand. I don't need an actual shape of the wings yet. So now I need 2 smaller ones, so I'm using 2 smaller ones. And it doesn't really matter how big these cutters are. You find a cutter that suits you, what's going to give you one slightly smaller than the other. Now if you put those together, you could imagine that as a butterfly, couldn't you? So I'm just going to show you how easily this is. I'm just rolling with my hands into a ball and pressed it, and that's basically the start of one wing. And I'll show you the larger ones, because there is a slight difference in the pattern for these. Enough push that. Now using the paintbrush handle, I'm just going to pick that up. I'm literally just going to push 3 marks into the wings, and I'm going to pinch each one of those so they're slightly pointed, and then pinch in between each one of those, and that will basically feather it out. And now I'm going to pinch in the corner to where it would meet the body. So I'm hoping you can see that. And again I'm going to do it with this one, pinch That's where it's going to meet the body, and then use the paintbrush. I'm going to put 4 in this one because this is a slightly larger wing. Again, pinch each bit and then pinch again to bring it round. Now using the boning tool, this is the small end of it, and that's all I need for the small wing, and I'm just going to push it in like that, like a bit like a fan. Okay. I need my palette now to pick it up off the table. You could dust it with a bit of icing sugar the table if you really needed to, but I don't feel that I really need to. So again, I'm going to use a large end for this one, and this is the top, and it's just for this one hole. And now I'm going to switch back to the small and go one, and I'm going to put those 2 together, so they're together like that, and then I'm just going to another separate one down there. I'm just going to make sure that they're not squashed. There you go, and then that'll be the second wing. So you just do it the same again on the other side, roll it into a ball, flatten it, pinch it, and then carry on doing it same as you've done the other ones, but make sure that it is mirrored and that you don't make 2 exactly the same as this. You'll need a mirror image. Okay, so these are ready for dusting now, for the first layer anyway, and all this is a little bit of red. It's quite a strong red, and I've just popped a little bit into the lid, and then all I'm going to do is just do the tips and then do the centres, and I'm going to do this on all 4. As long as both sides are done, centres are done. There. Okay, so now they're ready for the second part. So I'm going to use the cream coloured paste and pop a bit of water into the wells that you made, the dents. And we only need a bit of water because it's freshly rolled, and they'll stick quite easily to each other. So we're just going to make a pea-sized, roll it into a teardrop and drop that in. That's quite a large piece, so we'll put it into the large hole that we had of the large wing. And again, into a pea size, into a teardrop, and pop it in. Obviously these ones are slightly smaller, all the other ones, so we're basically going to go around all of them and literally just pop teardrop shapes into the dents. Okay, so now I've just finished off all the centres of those wings, and I'm going to use a little bit of lime green powder just to accentuate and just bring those colours out and make it look pretty. Just getting a little bit of green. And we don't want too much on our brush, we don't want to overpower this, and all we're just going to do is just wipe round the sides of those teardrops you've just popped in. Now I've just brushed that on quite sparingly and not taking too much care about it, to be honest, because I just want to quickly show you how I'm doing it. You can take a little bit more time about it if you wanted to. Now what I'd usually do now is I'd put this on a little bit of sponge, and that would dry out slightly.